What's cracking, YouTube? Problem here, and today I'm coming at you with my Major 4 bracket prediction. We are at the end, guys. After Major 4, we have two major tournaments left. We have Champs and we have EWC or Esports World Cup um out in Saudi Arabia. And guys, I want to say thanks so much for all the love and support you guys have showed me on the first year of the podcast. We will be going into off season and discussing teams of how they did this season, who I feel they could pick up, who's already been confirmed and signed. So yep, let's crack into the bracket predictions. So first off, I've got Miami Heretics taking it in a 3-1 fashion over Rocker, sending Rocker down to losers. Next, I have LA Thieves taking on Vancouver Surge. I've got Thieves taking it in a 3-1 fashion. Surge, maybe they'd steal a control or search off of Thieves, but honestly, I see Thieves making it grand finals, but they will not win this major. Next, I've got FaZe over Cloud9 in a 3-1 fashion. Maybe FaZe, they stumble in map 1, but I have a feeling they've solved their boogeyman problem with their map 1s. I feel like their confidence is at an all-time high, and they're going to be running at full steam ahead. I could also see them steamroll Cloud9 in a 3-0 fashion. Next, Optic Texas versus Ultra. This is the last qualifier rematch for both teams in the Major 4 qualifier split. I've got this being a 3-1 in favor of Optic. Yes, this is land, so things could also shape up differently, but I see Optic making a little bit of a run potentially, but we shall see what happens. Ultra, maybe they take a hard point or control off Optic, but we shall see what happens. Going down to losers, round 1, I've got Boston Breach over Rocker. Sorry, Rocker, you have punched your ticket for the final time of this season, but we will see them at EWC in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. So the question is, will they keep the same team or not? Next, Surge versus Falcons. 3-0 Surge. Sorry, Falcons, you guys are done. See you in EWC. Cloud9 versus Jailmates. I've got Cloud9 taking this in a 3-1 fashion. And Jailmates, will see what you bring for EWC. Cloud9 moves on. And Ultra versus Ravens, I've got this being a 3-1 in favor of Ultra. Carolina that have been in a worse slump than Ultra, I feel like. So, Carolina, we'll see you at Champs, and then we'll see you at Saudi Arabia, and congratulations on making Champs. Going into lower of elimination, Cloud9 versus Ultra. I've got Ultra taking this in a 3-1. Cloud9, I feel like Cramp might come out and steal a search with his teammates off Ultra. But Cloud9, your run is done. In elimination round 2, I've got Surge versus Boston Breach. I've got Surge taking this in a 3-1 fashion. Maybe Breach take a hard point or control, but we shall see what happens. Next, we have Heretics versus Thieves. Winners round 2. I've got this in a 3-0 to Thieves. Heretics, they haven't been able to beat Thieves on land at all this season, so DoorDash challenge. Now, FaZe versus Optic is what I got for winners round 2. I've got FaZe taking this. Maybe they do a little map pool testing on land, potentially troll with one of the maps, but I honestly just see FaZe 3-0. It could also be a 3-1 if they choose Team A and just get the vetoes they want and all. And we'll bounce down to losers. Thieves versus Surge. I've got Thieves taking the skin. Surge, it's been a nice run for you guys at Major 4. We'll see you at Champs in EWC. And Thieves will move on. Surge, I feel like, would take a hard point or control off Thieves. Well, not hard point or Surge. It's like Thieves, Search has been, not Search, Control's been way better. Sorry, I forgot about Optic versus Vancouver. I've got Vancouver taking this 3-1. Mercules, your run is done, my guy, but GG's to them. And going into elimination round 4, we have Surge versus Heretics. I've got this being a 3-2 in favor of Surge. So shout out to Surge. I could also see it being a reverse sweep potentially by Heretics to get to elimination finals. Now let's talk about winners finals. I've got this being a game 5, round 11 in favor of FaZe. FaZe will move on to winners final. Grand final, sorry. And I've got Thieves beating Surge again, and Thieves will bounce back into grand finals. But I've got FaZe taking this in a pretty convincing fashion. I feel like FaZe have been map pool testing and just strengthening their pool really. Yeah. And FaZe will take the Major 4. They will take Major 2 and take Major 1. And I will call it now. I've got them winning champs in EWC. I know, guys, biased, but I just have more faith in FaZe. Really, just based on their chemistry and just seeing how they play. Yeah, Thieves can be definitely a strong challenger, but I've got FaZe taking it all this year. Alright, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and I'll catch you all later. Peace out.